When I first started meditating, it was really hard. People don't seem to understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, how it's beneficial. I mean, I didn't understand a lot of this stuff, but I'm glad I persevered. And when I think about it now, I think about it like yoga. 15 years ago, if you told anyone you did yoga, especially if you're a man, they'd make fun of you. It was just a weird thing. Because people would think of like Indian mystics doing weird things. Now, nobody bats an eyelid. You could be like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type, like gym muscle guy, and you could be like, I do yoga, and people are like, does that help you build your muscles? It's insane, right? And I think that'll happen with meditation. But in the start, it can be quite hard because of social pressures and also because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing all the time. Like, how hard are you meant to try and what's supposed to happen? And my favorite complaint, I just can't stop thinking. I can't stop my thoughts. It makes me crack up every time. Look, I'm no expert in meditation. I've done it for a while. The thing is, it takes time. There's an absolute bucket load of pseudoscience garbage out there. Chakras and channeling energy through your back of your head into your... It's just like... I'm very skeptical about this. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, I'm Muzaffar. I'm an engineer in the UK, and today we're going to talk about meditation and how to get better at it, how to experience more benefits from it. Meditation isn't easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. There's a lot of conflicting information out there, and it can be hard to separate the chaff from the truth. It's just surrounded by mysticism, theories that, hey, if you do it just right, if you do it in this particular way, your thoughts will stop and you will just experience this amazing bliss. That is exactly the wrong way to meditate. Let's break meditation down. The most important thing about meditation, observation. That's really the heart of meditation. Now, in practice, it's not so easy to observe. One normally has to develop some sort of skill and concentration to be able to observe themselves. Modern world is filled with distractions that we're constantly bombarded with. Buy this thing, watch this TV show, something about how you're not good enough, and then if you get that product, you'll be better, right? And we fall for this time and again and again. Meditation is kind of the opposite of that. Now, coming back to the observation bit, what are you observing? Things that are happening within the confines of your body, your thoughts, any sounds that you're hearing, just acknowledging them, not getting carried away with them. One of the most common complaints I hear from people who try to start meditating is, I just can't stop my thoughts. Well, you're not meant to try and stop your thoughts. Observe them. See what's happening. Acknowledge it. Don't feed it. Don't get into like a story. Just watch them come and they go. Same with emotions. Same with like sensations that you feel in your body. Now, when you're observing, a great place to start is your breath. You just close your eyes and focus on the feeling that you have when you're inhaling and exhaling. Set yourself a timer and just watch. That's meditation at its most basic. Now, I'm not a meditation teacher. The link's in the description below. Teachers that are way better than me, systems that are way better than I'll be able to teach ever. So check them out and let me know how you get along. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna feel like this is useless, it's not helping, it's too hard, you're not doing it right. When that happens, don't let despair or depression creep in. Realize that you're like every other human being who has ever lived and every human being who will ever live, in that you're finding it hard to develop a skill that you've just started working on. And because it's so subtle, because it's so nuanced, It takes a long time. Remind yourself that your goal is to just observe, to see the changes within you. So a change might be you're thinking about how your day was really good. And then as you keep thinking, you think about, well, actually it wasn't that good because that person said that. And then you pull yourself back by going, hey, I was just supposed to sit and observe. Why am I chasing these thoughts? That's what'll happen. You'll chase some thoughts because they're good. You'll run away from the others because they're bad. You'll do that with emotions as well. You'll maybe get angry that someone talked to you a certain way. Just remind yourself, your job is to observe. For the other 23 and a half hours in a day, you can chase things, run away from them. But for these 10, 20, 30 minutes that you choose to meditate, make your priority and your only job to observe. There's a lot of pseudoscience. People love making things religions, right? Whatever thing it is they're doing, especially if it's a good thing, right? Like someone started working out or eating healthy. People feel a little bit better and then they make that their life. They can't stop talking about it. They can't stop judging other people. Don't be that guy. Don't push it onto others and do not push it onto yourself. Like don't make it a religion. Don't make it something you have to do, otherwise something bad happens. That's just more senseless activity. Don't make meditation another thing that you have to do on top of your already busy life. Like the whole point of meditation is to create some space in your mind and to create some space in your environment, in your body, and to not to chase another thing or run away from other things. It's about being okay with what's happening. Focus on consistency, making it a habit without making it a religion. The two skills that you will develop and that you want to aim to develop are equanimity and awareness. Equanimity is about being calm and composed regardless of what happens. It doesn't mean you don't care. It just means that whether you're in a car crash or you win the lottery, you don't lose your shit. You're just, okay, this has happened. It's happened to me. What now? That's someone who's being equanimous. It doesn't mean you don't care about the fact that you won $1 million. It just means you don't lose control. The second skill is awareness, where you're able to see what's happening. If your knee's hurting, you don't just ignore it and like go for a marathon run anyway. So those are the two qualities you want to aim to develop when you're meditating. And think of these as the two wheels of a cart. They kind of need to be in the same measure, equanimity and awareness. If you've got one that's bigger than the other, the cart won't really go anywhere. It'll just keep going round and round. If you have these in equal measure, you can make progress. Remember to not make it a religion, and when you fail, which you will fall off the bandwagon, just get back on it. Set an intention to meditate. The more specific, the better. Choose what time of the day, choose how long for, and just stick with it. And the benefits will come. As you spend more time and you're more intentional about your meditation, you will develop powers of equanimity, quality of awareness, and if you keep your intention, you are bound to be successful. That's all there is to it. It's not about developing some amazing skill that, your thoughts stop and, you're one with the universe. Like, these things happen. You might feel like your thoughts have stopped for a few seconds, right? It can happen. It's happened to me, it happens to others, but that's not what it's about. And when it comes to choosing a teacher in meditation, try to stay away from mumbo-jumbo pseudoscience because that's usually not helpful. Drop me a comment if you want to stay in touch. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this. And goodbye for now, friend. See you later.